Island. It's a portent. Sorry, they're in the mail.
Yeah, sure. That was awesome.
Targeting myself.
Yep.
And I'll shuffle.
What's up, Roland MTG? What's up, 10? We got all the Premodern fans in the house tonight. Premodern, I'm sorry, I mean the decks. These Premodern decks are in Cardboard Live right now, so you can check that out. Esper Dreadnought versus Recurring Survival. I was talking to the players before they were shuffling up to play. I don't think either one of them know who's favored here, decklist-wise. It'll be interesting to see how these matches go. Brian Durkin is joining us for round 2. He's playing Alurin. That should be a lot of fun. And maybe some decks later on joining us. Other decks.
I'll show you my hand. It is Wall of Roots, Survival of the Fittest, Ukatapi Orangutan, Carpolucent Forest, and Living Death.
What do you take here? Do you take Survival? Both are very good decks, says 10. What do you think of the matchup, 10?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take the survival.
Yep.
All right. Correct.
And
guess.
I'll pass.
All right, I'm going to pick these up.
Yep.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw.
Octavia Orangutan.
I'll play a Carpolucent Forest.
Okay.
Octavia Orangutan, for some reason, just one of my favorite Magic cards. I think I played it a lot as a kid and just have a special place in my heart for the orangutan. I think it is the only orangutan in Magic the Gathering as well, and orangutans are amazing animals. If you did not realize that orangutans are amazing animals, I recommend checking out the BOS Foundation and Orangutan Jungle School on YouTube. Love orangutans. Amazing animals.
I'll get the recurring nightmare.
Yep.
And I'll pass.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play another Carpolucent Forest, and I'll pass.
Yeah, there was a certain point when Octabi Orangutan was replaced with Viridian Shaman. Is it Viridian Shaman? I forget. It's Viridian something. And then years after that, they replaced it with, at least functionally and you know, in standard or whatever, with Reclamation Sage. And the orangutan, as far as I know, has not been seen since. Yeah, Viridian Shaman. Yeah, I was right the first time. Avalanche Riders. Stifle on the Stone Rain trigger. Very nice. So Avalanche Riders, when it hits, destroys a land. And probably makes that echo cost not worth paying at this point. Loves the monkeys. Yeah.
That's the peak.
Yeah, targeting? Is it?
Target. Yeah, look at target player's hand. I'll target you.
Yeah. I mean, you should know it. Living Death and Orangutan.
Yep. All right, draw a card. Play a Delta.
Yep.
And let's see. I'll pass.
So, worth pointing out, I think, the orangutan is good at destroying Phyrexian Dreadnoughts. We'll see if that's relevant here.
Okay.
Leon thinking.
I'll minus on the Wall of Roots. Play Birds of Paradise.
Sure.
I'll pass.
In your turn, I'll fetch.
Yep.
17 to 18.
Yeah.
Oops. Life totals backwards.
Getting islands.
Never mind which deck you're thinking will win this match. Which deck do you like more? Let me know in chat. Dreadnought or Recurring Survival? Which one do you think is a cooler deck?
And I'll cast Limdua's Vault.
Which one would you play if you were going to play some Premodern? Limdal's
1,
Vault.
2, 3, 4, 5.
We had a Limdal's Vault cast last week on stream, and I think it was resolved incorrectly, so let's see how this goes.
Bottom these. Pay 1 life. Go to 16.
Welcome everybody who just joined us.
It is your end step, yeah.
So you're at 16 right now?
I'm at 16, yeah. Let's see.
You'd play Esper Dreadnought. I like it. Yeah, I think I'd play Esper Dreadnought too, just because it's more my style of a deck. Recurring Survival is not really my style of a deck. Just taste-wise, maybe, or my favorite play style.
Okay, I can do that, that. All right, let's do it. Let's do it like that. Let me just write it down.
Sure. So you have to shuffle your library and then put those top 5 back on, right?
Yes.
I remember as a kid having Limdal's Vault and over again reading the text of what it does. I mean, I was like 9 years old or something. Reading the text of what Limdal's Vault does over and over again and still not understanding what the hell the card does, and it just never got played for that reason. It's one of those cards that just I had no idea what exactly that it did.
Play a Dreadnought, and with the trigger on the stack, I'll Vision Charm it, phase it out.
Yeah, so it phases back in on what, your untapped?
On my upkeep, yeah.
Your upkeep. Does it have Summoning Sickness?
It does not, no.
Okay, so it'll phase back in on your upkeep. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll pass.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw.
I think phasing comes in before you untap, right? It's beginning of turn.
Is it? Yeah.
It's before you even untap. It's just.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was upkeep.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
And just
Okay.
to clarify,
I don't know if it's going to be relevant at all. I'm just saying.
Got it. And it doesn't
Yeah.
have Summoning Sickness though. Okay. Interesting. Let's pay 3 colorless, and wait, hold on. Let me think about this.
Yes. Thank you, chat, for helping out with how Dreadnought works. Stifle plus Phyrexian Dreadnought is the core of the deck. And in this case, instead of stifling the enter the battlefield trigger on the Dreadnought, he phased it out in response to its ETB trigger. So it didn't exist till now. Its trigger was on the stack, but the card no longer existed. We should have had a bingo card tonight with a creature phased out on it.
All right. Upkeep, not pay for Avalanche Rider's Echo.
Okay.
Turn. I'll tap for 2 colorless, use the Wall Roots. Orangutan.
I'll Vision Charm.
So that's going to phase out and phase back in.
Yeah.
Got phasing on the stream tonight.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you got this one.
All right. While he thinks about his mulligan, I will say hello to Absolute Flips. Welcome. Thank you for sharing the emotes. And thank you for being a sub. Kaplan loves big colorless creatures. This is true. And Phil Nguyen's here. What's up, Phil? Comes down to play style and what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to win. What pre-modern deck do I play if I'm trying to win? City of Brass.
Oh wait, actually, I need to mute my own OBS. Is that better?
Yep.
All right, cool.
All right. My turn?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go Island Portent me.
Sure.
Yeah, this is Kaplan week. I mean, Dave Kaplan is humiliating everyone in our streams for the past 7 days. So he's quickly becoming the villain of 90s MTG. I should play Bert. Excuse me, I should play Burn. I don't know. I'm not a Burn guy. Bug Rexer for life. Rex Survival. Bird Burn. Now we're talking. Did anybody like my bird deck? Raise your hand if you like my bird deck last week in Tribal Wars.
City Brass for green. Take one.
I think my bird deck
Wall
was
of
sweet.
Roots?
You got it.
Go ahead.
I'll go.
Yeah, maybe I'll build Suicide Black. That's not a bad idea. Another Portent. Dead Gael, yeah, maybe. That's a good one. A lot of Portent shuffling.
And
So
then I'll
far.
go City of Brass, take one.
Yeah.
Mother of Runes,
Resolves.
pass, and draw.
Sure. Draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'll tap for colorless. -1 the wall of roots. Wall blossoms.
Sure.
Trigger.
Wall of Blossoms, lots of walls coming up here. I had blue-white land still in Premodern. I was like, okay, this is a deck I could play. Played a mirror match, blue-white land still mirror match against Kevin, the owner of my local shop, and miserable experience. It was terrible. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't recommend the blue-white land still Premodern mirror match.
Okay. Draw a card.
Yep.
I'll play an island. And let's see.
Are we going to see a Dreadnought here?
You have to have a creature in your graveyard before you can recur him. You can't like sack it and target itself, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. Because you have to have a
Okay.
target when you activate.
Announce it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
Yeah.
And I'll play a Seal of Cleansing.
Yep.
And I'll pass.
Seal of
18?
Cleansing.
Yeah, 18 up.
Yep. All right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Goblins is tier 1. Goblin seems great. What's the payoff for goblins in this format? Is it Siege Gang? Is Goblin Lackey legal? Goblin Matron legal? Is Goblin Recruiter legal? No idea. Siege Gang, Lackey, Matron, Pile Driver. No Recruiter. That makes sense. Recruiter being banned in Legacy. Are there any cards that are banned in Legacy but are legal in Premodern? I don't know.
You can triple block a Dreadnought right now.
That's true. I considered that. I was like, this is actually pretty useful. All right, I will sack the Wall Blossoms, flashback Cabal Therapy. I'll name Stifle.
Okay, you got it.
I will play a Forest.
Okay.
Tap 3, take 1 from the City Brass.
Sure.
It is 16. Play a Recurring Nightmare.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm going to sack Wall Blossoms, return Recurring Nightmare to my hand, getting Wall Blossoms back.
Oh, wait, what cards are exiled and what's in your graveyard?
So Cabal Therapy is exiled. I have Wall Blossoms in my graveyard.
Oh, okay. It was a little shiny. I didn't see it.
Sorry, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so Recurring Nightmare goes back to my hand. These basically exchange. Trigger, draw a card.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to minus on the Wall Roots. And
Okay.
Birds of Paradise.
Sure.
I'll pass.
Yeah, so there's quite a few. Tinker, that's right. Tinker. What's the other one you guys mentioned? Gotta scroll up a bit. Oh, Survival of the Fittest and Oath of Druids. That's right. Yep, those are all banned in Legacy. It kind of makes you wonder, like, if those cards are not the problem, but other cards were the problem the whole time. You know, like Brainstorm or something. A discussion for another time. Like, what cards were the real problems? Were the problems Tinker, Survival, and Oath, or were they a whole other set of cards this whole time?
See.
Frantic Searching Gush, that's true. Force of Will. Hermit Druid, yeah. Hermit Druid.
So I really don't have any opportunities to interact with Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah, because like as soon as I activate it, it goes back to my hand, right? Is that how that works? I don't know, right?
That's the way it reads on the card, unless it's been errated.
It's part of the cost to return it to my hand.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just going to take a quick look, but I don't think I can target the creature you sacrifice or the...
Yeah, it's the cost of the card. The cost of the ability is sack a creature and bounce it.
Yeah.
So that's before the colon, so you can't respond to that. But you can only activate this ability anytime you could cast a sorcery.
Yeah, so it's only
worth pointing out.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I'll pass.
Right, untap, upkeep, draw.
Yeah, we should have Renin 6 in Premodern. We should just legalize Renin 6.
A Cabal Therapy.
I'll respond.
Yeah.
I'll take one. I'll swords your Wall of Blossoms.
Sure. Name swords, fizzles.
Mm-hmm.
Or it doesn't fizzle, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. B. Dirk. The payoffs now are way different than they were back then. It's just funny, though. It's just funny because like these old powerful cards are too powerful now, but situations have changed. Keep them out of Premodern. Are there any Renin 6 fans in the house? Are there any people here who think Renin 6 is their favorite Planeswalker? Diesel, thanks for the follow. Ankhart, what's up? Also, Richard Garfield is not a fan of Planeswalkers? Didn't he invent Planeswalkers? Oh, you mean the cards. Where's Cardhaven? Me, not Fave, though.
So 14. I will play Recurring Nightmare again.
Okay.
And sack it to Sorry, bounce it, sack the wall blossoms, bring back Birds of Paradise.
Okay.
I'll say go.
And what do you have my life total at?
I have you at 17.
Okay. Draw.
Yep.
I will pass.
All right, untap.
Richard Garfield only likes Keyforge now. What's up, Monka? Gifts leader Monka is in the house. Shout out to Monka. I like Ren and 6, but it's not my favorite. Oh, I read that already. It's a shame Ren and 6 had to be banned, but it is what it is. Just for the sake that it was a new, cool character that we wanted to learn more about or whatever.
I'll play out a Llanowar Ways.
An interesting question. Is Ren and 6 more powerful of a Planeswalker in Legacy than Oko is? Or is Oko more powerful? If they swap them on the ban list, would you be happy? Let me know. Who's a bigger problem, Ren and 6 or Oko?
I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Right, untap. Upkeep, draw.
Klothys is the
Tap
next
Mountain Forest.
W6.
Birds of Paradise for black. Recurring Nightmare.
Yep.
Sack the birds. Bounce Recurring Nightmare. Wall
Mhm.
blossoms. Trigger.
Yep. Yep.
Just waiting for food chain and then combo.
hmm
I wish, right?
So you're saying Ren and 6 is worse, as in Ren and 6, you're happy with things are right now. Oko legal, Ren and 6 illegal in Legacy. I'm talking specifically about Legacy, by the way. I'm not talking about Pioneer or what Modern or whatever. Okay, cool. It's an interesting discussion, I think. Wait, is there any other Planeswalker banned in Legacy besides Ren and 6? No, right? That might be the only one.
When duels vault end your turn, I go to 16.
Windual's Vault. Let me think.
All right, since we're on the subject, so you have if you want to say Oko, oh no, I'm sorry, Ren and 6, then Oko. Those are number 1s and 2, the most powerful Planeswalkers in Legacy. Who's number 3? Is it still Jace Mind Sculptor, or has someone else taken number 3? It's Teferi now?
Yep.
Dak Faden or Teferi? I didn't even think Dak Faden was going to get mentioned here. Narset, maybe. Narset's pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Just write it down.
Karn after Teferi. Narset a close 4th. Okay. Trying to think if there's one you guys are forgetting,
All right,
but I think we have them all covered.
Cast Peak.
Cards in hand?
1 card after the peak.
1 card after the peak.
It's between Narset and Teferi. So let's just say Narset and Teferi are a tie. Honorable mention Liliana the Veil or Last Hope. I don't think those cards are seeing any play in Legacy at the moment. Jason Mind Sculptor is probably 5th. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, That was kind of the point I was getting at. Jason Mind Sculptor has fallen all the way behind. What just happened in this game?
Forest, treetop, pyroblast. Okay, I'll draw.
Yep.
And
Jason Mind Sculptor probably
Okay.
5th. Yeah.
And now you have 2 cards in hand?
4 mana
I
cost.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
What Planeswalker should be played more in Legacy but isn't? What's your secret tech Planeswalker? Planeswalker that should see way more play than it is. I have some ideas for what mine are.
You've got a Wall of Blossoms and what else in your graveyard?
Cabal Therapy.
Ashiok, yeah. Chandra, yeah. Lilyvale and Last Hope.
Yeah, those cards. Any reason to crypt you now or not to crypt you now?
Yeah, Royal Science is pretty cool. Nissa Who Shakes the World in Legacy? Really? Wait, that's the 5-drop one that's in Standard right now, right? From War of the Spark? I don't even know what I would do with that. Tin Fins could run it? What? How would they run that? Karn the Great Creator, yeah. Doubles your forests, yeah. This is true. Nissa is pretty nuts, but 5 is too much in Legacy. I agree. Recurring Nightmare for Leon. Oh, Veteran Explorer decks can get Nissa? I don't know. Well, my picks are Kaya Usurper. That card is good. Way more people should be playing that card. If they're playing black-white, that should have a slot somewhere in your deck. And Vraska Golgari Queen, another good one that I think is underplayed in decks that... I'm not saying to run these cards in your Grixis Delver deck, but the decks that are playing the colors and the overall theme that these Planeswalkers could find a slot for, that the decks could find a slot, whatever, you know what I mean? Kaya and Vraska should be played way more. Those are my picks. I played Kaya quite a bit, and I know it's a different format, but on Arena Historic, card's good. It's a powerful card. Yep, Kaya Orzhov Usurper. That's the one. Card is the real deal, in my view.
You know?
Yep. Post combat, I'll tap Waste for Colorless, Forest, and play a Wall of Roots.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
What's the life totals for you guys?
15 all.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Game.
Yeah, I'll pass.
All right. Tap. Upkeep, draw.
Yeah, like if I was going to play an Esper pile control deck of some kind in Legacy tomorrow, Kaya would have a spot in my list. I guarantee it. Kaya is one of my favorite Planeswalkers that is not played much in Legacy. I really like it a lot. You're talking about exiling your opponent's Delvers, your opponent's Chalices, other annoying permanents that exist in the format. Turning off graveyard strategies once she hits the board. Effectively ruining the game plan of Dread Horde and what's the other one? Drawing a blank. Whatever. Kaya's great. And unchecked, her ultimate can win you the game. With that said, the best card of all time is Shifting Ceratops.
Tap 2 here. Play Recurring Nightmare.
Okay.
Or bounce it, sack the wall roots, targeting Avalanche Riders.
Okay.
I will target your City Brass with the Avalanche Riders.
Sure.
City Brass down. Yes, Snapcaster. Exactly. Can ruin your opponent's Snapcaster plan by just exiling the whole graveyard. Against decks like Dredge or Hogak or something, exiling the graveyard, also great.
Then I will... Actually, what do I want to do here? I'm just going to play out another Wall of Roots.
You shut off your opponent's ability to delve. You gain some life. 2 slow versus Hogak. Yeah. But in combination with other cards in your deck, like Swords to Plowshares, just imagining like a Esper control deck that could possibly exist. Whatever you have. Fatal Push, Swords, combination of all these things together. Plus whatever surgical extractions or whatever you run in the sideboard. Once Kaya hits the board, the game is over. Ashiok is better. Yeah, specifically versus Hogak, but I think Kaya has some flexibility. I just like the card. The static ability of Ashiok is what makes it most powerful, in my opinion. If I fix my Grixis mana base to run 4 Underground Seas in a main deck swamp, I could probably resolve a Dragon God. Bolas Dragon God might not be good enough for Legacy, but in other formats that card exists in, maybe. That card is underplayed.
Yep.
Sack the Avalanche Riders, get back Wall Roots, bounce this.
Yep.
I'm going to put a counter on Wall Roots. Do a colorless and a black here. Play Recurring Nightmare again.
Okay.
So go to 13. Then I will sack Wall Roots.
Okay. How'd you go into 13, right?
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
Bouncing the Recurring Nightmare, bringing back Avalanche Riders. Trigger, target your island.
Let's back up for one second.
So I'd cast the Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah, I'll stifle the recur.
Sure. Okay.
So the Wall of Roots gets sacked. I'll stifle the bring back.
Cards in hand after that?
2 cards.
D Wolf, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Thanks for watching. It sees Fringe play in Grixis Shells now, yeah. Recurring Nightmare with Avalanche Rider combos seems vicious. This is true. I could see it in... D-Wolf is better than Diesel. I hope you guys know each other. I could see in Grixis Control late game Bomb plus Howling Mine, alternate win con. Yeah. Bolas Dragon God, I have the, I think it's Comic-Con version. Card looks so awesome. I've been dying to play it somewhere, but it has not happened. 2 nightmares in Leon's hand. Seems rough. Has Kaplan missed opportunities to destroy these recurring nightmares? Butt Sweat is the better... better the D-Wolf. What? I hope all you people know each other. I don't know what's going on.
Keep draw.
D-Wolf at least can spell.
I will tap Forest of Colorless for Wall Blossoms.
Okay.
Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
There is a squad here. I don't know which squad, but there is a squad here.
Tap 3. Using Colorless. Recurring Nightmare.
Yep.
Activate Recurring Nightmare.
Sure.
Second Wall Blossoms, bouncing Recurring Nightmare, getting back Avalanche Riders.
Okay.
Trigger. Target your island.
I'll float a blue.
Sure. Go to combat.
Yep.
No attacks. Go to second main.
Mm-hmm.
I will take 1 from City of Brass. Go to 12. Play Recurring Nightmare again.
Sure.
And I'm going to do this again for Wall of Blossoms.
Okay.
Trigger. Draw a card. And I'll take 1 and play a Birds of Paradise. So go to 11. I'll pass.
The Cardboard Live overlays will probably be helpful to you, D-Wolf, to see what all the cards do. On the left and right side of your screen, if you have not checked it already. It seems like Leon has such a value engine right now. He must have drawn like 30 extra cards.
I'll play Cabal Therapy. Naming Vision Charm.
Yep.
And I will tap 3 and play Recurring Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Sack Wall Blossoms, return Avalanche Riders, return Recurring Nightmare to my hand.
Okay.
Target 1 of your flooded shrines.
I'll fetch.
Sure.
Go to 14.
Yeah, he needs to like kill creatures and stifle and hope for the best. The value engine is real though. He has 2 nightmares in his hand too, don't forget. So he has backup,
Okay.
he has redundancy. Cabal Therapy would help, yeah.
Colorless, 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 and Mountain. And play another Avalanche Riders. From hand.
Sure.
Target your planes.
Okay.
Go to combat.
Lock 1.
Yeah, so you take 2.
Go to 12.
And I will pass after that.
All right. You got it.
Yeah, that seems... It's a very slow way of getting you, but...
What's the best pre-modern tribe? What's the best tribe in pre-modern? I know you're talking about Rampaging Baloth. Rebels? Is it Rebels? Important to start the game for Kaplan. Goblins is the best? Yeah. I guess we kind of touched on that before with when we were talking about the banned restricted list and goblins and whatnot. This is true. Goblins are rebels. Yeah. Pirates. There may become a point where we have some really powerful pirates. They just keep making more and more pirates in core sets and whatnot. We may have a pirate deck in the future. Pirate Stompy rides again. Yep. Duress. And it gets dazed.
Go island. Lotus Petal.
Yep.
I think Premodern should just legalize gold bordered cards whenever you play. The Gold Border Gaia's Cradles aren't that bad. I personally think formats like Premodern should just allow Gold Border cards. What do you take here? That's a Worship, Survival, and a
Okay.
Wall Roots. You can only take the
Draw.
non-creatures, obviously.
I'll fetch. Go to 19.
Sure.
Oh, that was a peak. My bad. I thought it was a Duress. Yeah, it is over $100. You're right. Yeah, I for some reason thought it was Duress and not peak. My bad.
Sack the Pedal.
Yep.
Meddling Mage Survival. I'll pass.
Sure. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Rally Mage. Opinion of Gold Bordered in the Legacy community? I mean, I think in sanctioned tournaments it would not make sense to have Gold Bordered, but if you want to play with your friends, just have private events, why not? If me and 7 of my friends meet up for a private Legacy event every Saturday or whatever, that's fine. I'm all for people enjoying their downtime playing Magic, however possible, with whatever cards they can get their hands on. Yeah, I mean, like, if I was going to jam with just my friends, like the NYC Eternal guys at a private event, and we all agreed Gold Bordered is cool, why not? Totally just makes it way easier for everybody to have a good time. You know what? Probably more people should do that. When you have Legacy, Vintage, whatever events that are not sanctioned, just legalize Gold Border cards. Give the people a break. I'm all for accessibility. Everybody get all the cards that they can possibly, all the cards you can possibly get your hands on, you can play with. Even like Vintage, you know, you're gonna have a non-sanctioned Vintage event, and somebody wants to play their Gold Border, what is it, a collector's edition or whatever? Who cares? Let them do it. Just let people play. That's how I feel. Worship and play though. Sanctioned events where Wizards of the Coast is overseeing the tournament, that's a different thing. That, you know, I understand that needs to be kind of kept safe with like cards all having the same back and despite sleeves and the whole thing. But if you're just playing with your friends, even Commander players, like if you're playing Commander with your friends, just let them use the Gold Border cards. That's my opinion. What's the difference?
Wow, I got 7 cards. I'll pass.
All right, draw for turn. I'll take one from the waste. Play birds. I'll pass. 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What are you at, Leon?
I'm at 15.
15.
Yeah.
And Kaplan, you're at 20?
I'm at 19. I fetched.
Gotcha. Falling asleep with the Twitch.
Yeah. Let's see here. You got.
I have 2 cards in hand.
All right. I think Daze is dead. I'm gonna discard a Daze and I'll pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if my friend wants to run his commander deck with unglued commanders or whatever, I'll be like, yeah, man, go nuts. Have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. Phyrexian Dreadnought here. Stifle. All right. Dreadnought barely relevant though with worship in play. Leon, the fun police tonight. So the winner of this is going to move on and face Allurin. It looks like we're gonna figure that out when the round wraps, but that's the plan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll pass.
I'll draw for turn. I'll play a swamp and pass. I gotta assume we're looking for a white source here.
I'll cast a peek.
Yeah.
One thing I like about Leon's play style, just in general, he seems to base all of his decks around powerful enchantments. And enchantments, at least in Eternal formats, are often overlooked and underappreciated. Enchantments are such a key card type in Magic, obviously, but you don't see many legacy lists with multiple different enchantments in the deck. And he kind of hones in on that and uses it to his advantage. He loves enchantments, particularly green enchantments. Exactly, because they're hard to deal with. They're, a lot of decks don't really have game against a resolved enchantment. It's just something interesting I've noticed about Leon and the greater Legacy world. They were the original Planeswalkers, yes. Well, the original Planeswalkers, I read a thing a few months ago about how the original Planeswalkers looked and mechanically, I should say, looked and behaved a lot like the Saga cards, the new Saga cards that came out in a couple of sets recently. Those were what the original Planeswalkers were like, if I remember correctly. And it's kind of interesting where they went with it.
That's not good.
Seal of Cleansing.
Yeah.
Like, in a way, and this is what makes Premodern kind of fun. In a way, Magic has moved away from making enchantments as powerful because they can't be dealt with. So newer formats don't rely so much on enchantments. But early on, you had Worship, Phyrexian Arena, Survival of the Fittest. There were just so many more powerful enchantments in a meta to deal with. Just an observation, really. But now you look at Legacy lists. You can look at top 8 of a tournament, Legacy, and there'll be no enchantments in any 75. Like that is a possibility. And it's kind of a shame because enchantments are cool. Like, enchantments make everything feel magical. Yeah, Blood Moon is like the one survivor. Blood Moon is the one survivor. But Blood Moon is not even... Oh, I think that's game.
That was,
it's funny because I told Chris that my matches might go fast. I have a lot of turn 3 kills.
Guys, that's time in the round.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Man.
Yeah.
So, wait, Leon won, right?
No, I did not.
I got it.
He sealed cleansing for my work.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
I was talking a lot, and I missed what happened there.